I'm back. Yeah, I know I'm being hyper productive, but when somebody prompts something like one of the hottest looking babes in town, uh, she had it like on a heavy, nice jacket, very stylish, and those may be them new Skims or kind of just open store in Austin, wearing those skin tight tights. They may be the Kim Kardashian Skims or whatever. And she's kind of like, if I say she's the hottest looking chick on the Sunday morning ladies jogging team that probably meets at different parts of the area every morning to jog. They just, on Sunday, they come here. They probably pick a different location every day. If you're a jogger, you're going to do it every day. But she pulls up in a little black car and gets out, all smoking and stuff, and drops a couple of bags that I already noticed. That's because I've already had two. One, and then another guy hand delivered one after I did a video criticism. I'm still going to do a product review of why some of the items in that bag really. This is going to be probably addressed to the Rotary Club. Please get out of my frame. I don't want to give you free advertising. Stop being a clout chaser. I'm sorry. I'm afraid to touch it with my. Got it briefly. I'm going to try to do this without. Just make sure I'm coming into focus here. Yeah, and please bear in mind before I start this presentation that the latest updates for YouTube, camera, all that stuff was weeks ago. And only on the last upload or last two uploads back or whatever did YouTube finally give me the icon for picking my own what you call thumbnail sketch. I'm pretty sure that little camera icon up in the corner is probably going to be the select, go as you're going through, then you tap and you basically be seeing me start off deadpan on every freaking video, which may bore some of you to tears. And I'm just, I know that y'all need that just like I do when I'm watching movies, is you need that camera to pan around to keep your attention. I'm just kind of checking this for focus. And I can only tell if it's really in focus if I take my glasses off. Okay, I'm already 3 minutes in. By now, the Jerry Springer crowd is gone. Dear Pflugerville Rotary Club. See, for that, I got to push that little rose thing to actually get up close to, otherwise I have to back off. Creed hope in the world. It's amazing I can read that. I was at that distance right off the bat. I told her she did offer to take him away because I think she might actually be my latest subscriber, which subscriptions like that really pleased me because that person has been on YouTube for a decade and is pretty picky about who she subscribes to, and she is definitely in search of wisdom or unusual, mostly wisdom and knowledge and stuff. So because these could be critical on a 0-degree night or to separate me from any moisture or my bedding from any moisture that may be on the ground. So yeah, I got two more right there. I've got a couple of cheap ponchos. I've actually went through the last two they gave me. That's usable. Maybe in a pinch. These could be usable, but I think these are the plastic type, not the cloth type. The cloth type seems to adhere a lot better, and it's got a little better stretch to it. It's more absorbent, part. That's usable. I will save it, even though I'm unlikely. These tissues I've thrown away. People have given me, not just the Rotary Club, a whole bunch of people have given me these. Yes, that's an icon for a nose. I don't even have my reading glasses on, and the camera's acting as kind of a, what the hell does that say? Zenda. Paper chat, what? Individual something, anyway. Maybe. It's small enough to fit in my go bag as an absolute last source of for the nose, or maybe, to be frankly, be used as a, okay, here comes some flack. Sometimes when you're having a reaction to frankenfood, you need to have material to make what I call a butt plug. So yeah, that's at least 2 butt plugs. Might use that. Now here's what always gets me every time. That's why I knew automatically these were rotary. 2 probably adhesive. I might be able to use them on that big seep on my right leg, the edema seep. But in general, see, if these were the old style Kotex, yeah, it'd be absorbent if I got wounded, but there's not much absorption there. If the absorption's there, that's because they're using some kind of polymeric, some kind of artificial non-cotton things. Let me remind you that the tampon was not invented for women. The first, it's women always used something like, actually, they even used, I think at one point, African women used bark cloth to just set on so it wasn't mess up what they were sitting on. Anyway, but the tampon was, tampon was created by, is that Chuck? Let me see if I can pause this. Well, wasn't that a pleasant surprise? That was a nice man who's a member of the Rotary Club and brought me another one. And we had a brief discussion about, because he had been in the military and he's got some medic training. Yeah, not a lot of use for that I would trust it. And let me get to another item here. Now here's where I get some problems. Now, fresh scent is usually, it's all Chinese, I'm sure. Oh, it's made in the USA exclusively for NWI. Now here's the problem: it's definitely probably not a caustic antiperspirant, or it'd be marked antiperspirant. You really shouldn't be putting caustic aluminum or other caustics. You shouldn't be shutting down a sweat gland. It can really damage the skin. Caustics like that in long contact with the skin can damage the skin and open it up to infectious ingredients. And this is, I've told them to watch the video. It'll be up under Pflugerville Rotary Club. The biggest problem with this is knowing about fragrances, because that's a major component here. Is fragrances even? Yeah, oh, it does. It has a. I'm sorry, I did just a quick. I stopped at fragrance and right past fragrance. This is actually an antiperspirant because it contains, right there, it says sodium hydroxide. They usually use aluminum hydroxide. I want to talk more like aluminum hydroxide, Jenny. This is sodium hydroxide. One of the cheapest alkaline substances you can buy for industrial purposes. And ethyl hexyl glycerin. That's not immediately familiar with that form of glycerin. But actually, some of them, not totally familiar with about 3 of the compounds in there. And the fragrance, see, fragrance is a general term. It could have potentiators in it. So right off the bat, is somebody who knows that the leading cause of lung disease beyond your sealed, super sealed, ozone filled homes is fragrance potentiators and other compounds found in fragrances. Do I even want to smell it? No, so that goes in this pile over here. Whoops. When I'm in the mood, I'll pick that up, but I'm not even going to open that, because you think I'm going to rub sodium hydroxide on my freaking skin? I already told him while he was here. Let me pull it out. There's another deodorant. Shit, I dropped the bag. I can always use the... There's a second pack of deodorant. Yes, homeless people tend to be rather stinky, and they want to rub... Wait, that one's not fully full. Chug. Yeah, there's... They had a manufacturing defect on this one. There's only not even half of what was in that one. Manufacturing defect. Unreliable supply. Oh, I just dropped the rake. That rake is... My beard's getting long enough to where the rake would only work on the side of my face for the short hairs. 2 dental picks. Oh, no, wait. God, it did look... Sorry, I have presbyopia. This is some kind of a... What the hell is this? Oh, it's a type of bath as a shave gel. But it starts off with the basic soap kind of ingredients. Sodium lauryl sulfate. Yada, yada. So I drive shave. There's supposed to be a razor in here. I'll just have to go to the next bag. I drive shave, so that goes in the... It's just... is there any fragrance? And methylparaben. Yep, there's fragrance in it. So, into the unknown fragrance pile. And this one into the unknown fragrance pile. And since I dropped the bag, yeah, I'm going too long, but I am going to email this to the Pflugerville because they're increasing to the landfill. That's what I pointed out to them is, see, almost every pair of socks that have been given to me, these are obviously like little anklets that I bet you won't fit even that tiny little, extremely exquisitely shaped member of the Rotary Club who brought me the first 2 up here. I'm undoing the... Let's take this. We're doing an unboxing here, everybody. The same. Now, that's about... It may not be apparent to you, but that's... would be extremely tight on what would be like a woman's size 5 or 7 even. It would be in the range you'd be running in. I hope the Rotary Club's listening here. Y'all may have bought these in bulk and stuff, but yep, see, there's the heel. Barely come to the... That's like a woman's size 5 or 6. If you put it on a foot any bigger... Let me check the elastics. Yeah, if you put it on a foot that's any bigger than this, which is tiny, this is like a complete... It's going to also contribute to fluid buildup, edema. It's I never really used the term edemogenic. Yeah, I guess that's the correct. Man, and when you're writing science, you really have to have... Okay, well, I don't want to continue throwing things on the ground, but even for backup injury problems, because of the potential for some super absorbent polymeric thing in there that I don't want in contact with a wound, those go in the out pile. The socks go in the out pile, but I'm gonna start putting them here. And sorry, it's see, there's another Mylar bag. That's usable, like I said. You know, I told them some of the components are usable. I think I've actually covered about everything in the. Yeah, that's a usable toothbrush, not a very good one, but if they bought them in bulk, they shouldn't have paid any more than, you know, I'd never pay more than if I was buying them. Actually, if I was buying them for resale, you know, because I'd have trouble getting a retail price of 25, 50 cents for it. You couldn't even sell these for $1 at the dollar store. I wouldn't, the manufacturer would be lucky to get 1.50 cents or 2 cents for these. The guy then sells them to you before it goes to retail. And if I was buying them in bulk, you know, say 10,000 of them, I wouldn't pay more than 2.5 cents a unit. Actually, I don't even like the feel of emery board. Actually, they put in a nail file in here, and they put in a nail clippers. Actually, I kind of lost it. I've already thrown away but this is more of a feminine thing and stuff like that. I do my fingernails, even though I got a broken there. I dropped another bag. I do my fingernails good enough to where I don't. These are for like filing. If you want to have them long and millimeter or more fingernails that are filthy and collect dirt, then you put nail polish on top of it, shit like that. This is for shaping and other stuff, and I don't really have any use for it whatsoever. I'm trying to think of some kind of mechanical use for it. Yeah, if I really was a pack rat that wanted to keep everything that might be useful, you know, a year from now, I might keep it, but otherwise, out pile. See, I'm already making a mess here. But people, I don't care how long I go. I really don't. This is one of the, I was getting to it that's one reason I accepted 2 bags and now the third one is that these are small enough in a single dose to go in my go bag. My go bag really has, I've been telling Bruno for 3 years, maximum weight. That's why I buy such unpadded, simple, prefer just a 1 compartment, but you know, 2, and the one I've got right now has got a third little small tiny compartment, but it's still super lightweight and was the most guaranteed water resistant on the market. And still a fairly decent buy, but that's suitable. I can put at least one of those in my backpack go bag. It's got a handle on top and stuff. I have a go bag, and then I have a ditch bag where I keep stuff, the excess stuff that I can just throw in a ditch. If I decide to take off, I've got maybe some, you know, high calorie food in the go bag, maybe 1 or 2 of these most, and a couple of changes of clothes. And then my go money, baby. That's where it's at. I've been burning up my go money. You know, the other night when I had a food reaction and absolutely had to have a hotel, I had to eat into my go bag money. And I don't have that rich Christian lady just throwing $100 bills at me anymore. Anyway, I think I've pretty much finished the review. Oh, let me do the soap. PFLUGERVILLE Rotary Club. This is fresh scent. I think these actually used a lot, bought up by jail people who actually used to buy all their stuff from Bob Barker Industries, who's in no relation to Bob Barker, the famous TV man. Let me take a look at that. Oh boy, it's going to be tiny ass print again. Sodium palmate right there. Okay. No, me and palm kernel oil don't get along. I don't. It might be acceptable on the skin after it had been met with sodium, Jenny. It might be okay on your skin, but I would not consume it. I would not put it anywhere where it might go into my body. So, yeah, here's the next: sodium palm kernelate or sodium cocoate. Which is it? Sodium cocoate, I would go, yeah, thumbs up on sodium cocoate. Sodium palm kernelate, no. Uh, Cornstarch, glycerin, and then this is made in India. And actually, India, a lot of the Indian products, they're super sensitive to it, and it probably is a tolerable fragrance. Titanium dioxide, that's not a problem. Actually, if it weren't for the presence of palm oil, because if my gut reacts to it, well, see, that's a good, in small doses, it'd probably be okay. But I wouldn't necessarily throw that away, but it's not really good for hardly anything other than maybe, although it will leave a residue, I'm quite sure. And actually, I wash my shoes with, I even scrub them on the outside with the Wet Ones benzalkonium chloride wipes tropical splash. I told my best friend, it's not racist, it's an observation of a man with a very acute sense of smell, that I noticed a couple weeks ago that I was beginning to smell like, well, by that I mean clean Arabs or Hindus. It's not an unpleasant, it's kind of like towards cumin, not too spicy. It's the inside of my shoes smell edible because I have them impregnated with like the safest anti-infective and one of the best germ killers on earth. Now, a suggestion to the Rotary Club regarding, especially like the underarm deodorant, that's try. Of course, their price keeps jacking up. Try getting some Wet Ones, not wet wipes. Their fragrances are horrible, and the benzalkonium chloride level is lower. And when you rub your underarms with that, it kills the germs, that uses the available organic material, yada yada. That's what I use in my underarms. And I told you in my hotel videos, my Hawthorne Suite video, that I did the scratch and sniff test on all armpits and crevices and stuff. There was, after 30 days of not bathing and only occasionally using Wet Ones Tropical Splash fragrance, which goes away quickly. That's a good sign. I had really almost no body odor because it even stops the chemical reactions and fermentations of urea. No smell of pee, poo, none of that stuff. I use Wet Ones when I'm having severe diarrhea and I'm afraid, I need that split second to get my pants down. You need I'll use a scientific term here. I've used it earlier. You need an anal or a rectal plug. Yeah, it gets that bad in life sometimes. You're talking to an old man who don't give it. I'm not going to wear the biggest adult diapers. Are really, I tried them once when I had the incontinence stem to stern from the Frankenfoods. I know I'm going forever, but since the man stopped and we made a connection and he showed he might watch this video, the rest of y'all should have already tuned out by now. I think, oh yeah, this is one item. I think, yeah, that's the one thing that's got to go. Triple antibiotic, gotta go. You don't know if you're allergic to it. You ain't used it in a long time. There's one of the components in here made my heel swell up like a mofo in '98. I don't use triple antibiotic ointments. One of the components is commonly very allergenic. That's gone. Here's the rake. I can use that on the side of my cheeks, but it wouldn't be. I still need a fresh one. That's now got. See, there's some things I can save out of this. I'm not just, see what else. That's the hell is that? That's the same. Oh, the razor. Let me see if it's a dull ass Bic or a decent razor. No, that's a decent. Looks like a decent twin blade. Might be sharp. It's got that Bic style though. It's Dorco. Yeah, that's a good name. Dorco. Okay. Final. I'm about to let you go, Rotary folks. Shit, I dropped it. Oh, yeah, this is going to be fun. Yeah, okay. Hey. There's the other one. Okay. That hurt like hell. Sometimes when I'm making a video and I'm talking like this, that means it's the pain. I made a hell of a mess here, and then I'm going to have to get up in one or two moves. I'm going to have to separate and bag up. Smooth lotion onto skin regularly as a body moisturizer. Water, mineral oil. Come on, dudes. 60 million year old dinosaur grease on the skin. Hog lard's better than this shit. Come on, man. Mineral oil. It's just like a water barrier. It should, on the directions, smooth lotion on the skin regularly. Is it? No. You have to saturate your skin with water before putting it's not in the directions. Piece of shit, garbage, goes in that pile over there. Mineral oil. Oh, please. Do I need to go on even past that? Stearic acid, glycerol monostearate, 1-hexadecanol triethanolamine. Not entirely sure. It's not. Doesn't sound too. DMDM, hydantoin, methylparaben, propylparaben, acrylates, stereth 20, methacrylate copolymer, fragrance, vitamin E, made in the USA. Fragrance prohibits me from opening the package at all. I don't need to get too close. It's bad enough when I can smell people from actually, if I'm downwind, from 40 feet away. And they actually are using a fairly mild one that I'm not even really reactive to. To actually put this shit on my skin, no mofo way. Ain't happening. I'm done. I will be sending a link directly to Pflugerville Chamber of Commerce. I hope you'll listen to an old man, literally about, a lot of hygienic products in here. Y'all need to revamp you need to maybe actually find a legitimate chemist. The first gal, she's actually the girl that brought me the first bag. She goes, "Oh, I know all about cannabinoids." And I go, "You don't know squat about cannabinoids, I don't let people shit talk me. Please. I have roughly a 40-year advantage of scholarship and data gathering. That's called IQ over her. She has the fucking audacity. And I'm going to be rude now. That little pretty girl thing I talked to her about that. She said I have to kind of, please, while the other ladies are just walking on, slowly warming up before they begin a multi-mile jog. And she's popping up and down. She says her cartilage is already, please, I'm sorry. To me as an athlete, you're mimicking the moves of a young athlete, but on a hard surface, not a tartan track or some other shock absorbing track. I don't approve of that. I don't approve of your running or warm-up style. To be a scientist, you really got to not be an industrial flunky and just, go along, get along, keep your mouth shut with your, I can't be collegial. If I know more and I know something's bad, that whole collegial act that academics do and medical doctors do to each other, they keep their mouth shut when their fellow medical doctor is making a huge error and the patient like me is telling them, they will still keep their mouth shut. That's one of the reasons I'm still in this chair with a broken arm and a ripped out rotator cuff.